Hey, what's good, ladies and gentlemen? Of course, it is yours truly, Mike, coming back at you guys with another video. Now and then, trying to adjust myself a little bit because I kind of sort of wanted to make sure you could see me, even though the lighting is bad. I know we working on it, okay? That's just how the camera adjusts to the background and the lighting. Can't help it. But first and foremost, before we get into the video, I gotta give a quick shout out to my boy O'Shea Duke Jackson for giving your boy a chance to speak on his platform earlier today. The video was uploaded on his page, and I hope you guys get a chance to check it out. But while we were doing the interview, he asked me a very interesting question, and I kind of felt like I needed to take time to talk about that particular question in this particular video. He was explaining how in Europe, the European guys in Ukraine and Poland, they don't really care a lot for, the foreigners or black Americans coming over into their country and trying to talk to their women. And I think my response was something to the fact that, you can come to the country and not too many people will get on you, but you just have to be cautious, especially when you go into the club. Because, of course, being black American or, foreign in any sense, that could definitely put a target on your back. That was kind of what my answer was. But I kind of sort of wanted to talk about that particular instance right now and title this video, Do Filipinos Care? Or do Filipinos care, something to that effect, when foreigners come around? Like, when foreigners come into their country. Filipino men, more specifically. Now, I want to get into something that's more real, something more personal, because I feel like I need to get this one out of the way so that you can understand what's going on and where my feelings are and where my opinion stands. About 2 days ago, I posted a video. That video was entitled, let me check it out because I got it on my phone to make sure I get the title exactly right. The title says, I bet I can get anyone laid in the Philippines or your money back guaranteed. Again, I bet I can get anyone laid in the Philippines or your money back guaranteed. Now, for those of you who are catching this video on my Facebook page, because I load most of my videos on my Facebook page, please check it out on YouTube if you care to actually watch that video. I did not upload that one on my particular Facebook page for reasons, of course. I just didn't feel like that one was appropriate for the crowd. Although I do need to make this public service announcement. If you watch the video, you will understand that my behavior, my mannerisms, and the way that I was carrying myself was in a joking manner. As in, I did not mean for you guys to take that intentionally or take that seriously. I was just having a little fun with you people, and that's just the way it was. I was giving a little bit of advice there, but ultimately that particular title was meant to get you. That was all it was meant to be. But if you do get a chance to check out that video, there is a comment below that video where somebody basically took offense. And right now I am going to read verbatim what this guy had to say about that video. I'm reading it right now. Give me a minute. I could check it there, but I don't care. This man said, "You disgusting black shit. Ew. You're just like those white Americans who go to other countries just to have sex. Stay in your country, fuckboy." Let me read that one more time. You disgusting black shit. Ew. You're just like those white Americans who go to other countries just to have sex. Stay in your country, fuckboy. First and foremost, I encourage you guys to go check that video out, find that comment, and you can read what my response to him was, because I do not feel like I need to tell you how I responded when you can just read it below that. Now, of course, I'm not mad at him for saying what he said. It was borderline racial, but, I guess that man was just in his feelings. But what kills me is that I do not believe that he took the time to actually watch the video until the end and try to understand where I was coming from. Maybe he just read the title and he got all in his feelings about, you know, what the title said and, you know, the clip art and all that stuff. And he just really got upset with me. I can tell. To that individual, sir, it's not that big a deal. I just wish you would watch the video so you can understand where I'm coming from, okay? To that man, specifically. Don't need to shout his name out, it's not necessary. But here's the problem that I have with how he reacted. This is where shit gets real for me. I guess, how in the world can I'm sorry, let me clarify. I don't know if this guy was Filipino or not. I assume the way that he reacted, he may or may not be Filipino. It doesn't clarify. I don't know. But I guess I'm trying to understand how in the world can these guys get so upset about the fact that, you know, foreigners go into the country to have sex with the women. Come on now. I'm not, but hear me out on this. How can he get upset about guys going into the country to have sex with the women there when there are specific women who cater to that crowd? How can he get mad when there are women catered to that crowd? They are part of this profession. They put themselves, some of them do, not all of them, but they put themselves into this profession to cater to that man's particular need because it gets them the money that they may need, you know? So there are women who cater to this audience. I'm not talking about me being the guy going to the country to have sex with the women. I lived there, man. I lived there for the experience. Period. But you cannot sit there and deny or talk shit about foreigners who go into the country to do that. I don't encourage you to do that. I would never encourage a foreigner just to go to a country just to have sex with the women because it's virtually useless, and that is the dumbest way of spending and utilizing your money ever. And if you've ever seen any of my other videos, I do not encourage it at all. But I do not go against guys who want to do it. It's just their prerogative and they're going to do what they want to do anyways. But back to what I was saying. There are women in the country that cater to that crowd. So how in the world are you going to get mad if foreigners come into the country and actually choose to just do that? You know what I'm saying? That's why they have bar girls. They have this industry in every foreign country, probably everywhere. And there's nothing that you can do about it specifically. So I don't want Filipino guys to get mad when foreigners come around and they choose to want to engage in sexual relationships with the women, as long as they engage in the relationship with these women that cater to that particular crowd. How can you get mad? Now, if they're trying to do this to like random girls, yeah, you might be in your feelings. But if they're only focusing on the girls in the bars and stuff, you know, how can you say, don't come to my country just to have sex with my women or something like that? You know, I guess that's why I was a bit, like, taken back at the fact that that was the response that I got, especially when there are women who cater to that crowd. They cater to it, man. You're going to get mad at me for saying something that was in a joking manner. Mind you, he probably just read the title and he probably hit the dislike button and then went on his rant at the bottom of my video. Well, it wasn't really a rant, it was just one comment, but you know, at the end of the day, I guess I was feeling like his anger towards me was rather misplaced. You know, he may have just, you know, had a moment and he just felt like he wanted to spaz out because, you know, he compared me to the other white guys who come into the country just to have sex with women. And that's not how we get down. And if he read the comments or seen any of my other videos or even watched that video, I said specifically, you know, we don't get down like that. We don't do with bar girls and stuff like that. That's not how we get down over here because we don't need to. You know, I want everybody to go to the Philippines and find the one for them. I do. I encourage it 100%. Yeah, the video was meant to be funny. It was just meant to be funny, like those infomercial guys. You know, those guys who say, you know, those pickup artists and those, what do you call them? The pickup artists and the masters of, you know, line dropping and stuff like that. I don't know what they call them. But, you know, I was saying that to be funny. You know, you've seen those commercials, those ads on, on YouTube and stuff, for those guys say, just give me 3 days, give you a 3-day course, and I promise you I could get you all the girls in the world. You know what? You're doing something wrong, and I'm gonna show you how to do it right. I was fucking joking about that, because, you know, that's all I've heard the last few days, these dating coaches and stuff like that, trying to get me to pay money to attend some BS class or bazaar seminar or whatever they got going on. So I was laughing at it, and I kind of sort of wanted to cater my video towards that particular genre and just make it a joking matter. But, you know, some people just take it how they take it. But at the end of the day, I just wanted to clarify that, you know, some Filipinos do have a problem with foreigners coming around, but I think their problem lies in if they're only going to the country just to partake in, you know, physical relations with women in the country and just, you know, have, you know, do what they do and then leave them there and stuff like that. You know, and you have every right to be upset for that, because, you know, I don't encourage you to do that. That's just not cool. But at the end of the day, like I've said before, how can, you know, Filipino men or anybody from any race get mad if there is a particular industry that caters to that audience? That's almost like saying, don't come to the country to do that. And then where does that leave this business? I mean, from a business standpoint, then if they don't come to the country to partake in those activities, then this industry, what happens to the industry? It falters and it goes under. Is it a positive industry? No, it is not. But at the end of the day, who are we to judge anybody who does what they do? Because none of us are perfect. Let's be honest. None of us are perfect, okay? You know, and that's kind of what I wanted to say. I should probably be working now, so I'm probably going to get back to it. But as always, you know, I love that guy who gave me that comment, because that was my first ever, what do you call it? It wasn't a diss comment, but it was my first ever, like, negative comment. And I kind of like, yo, finally. I said, when somebody talks shit about me, then it feels like I made it. You know, I'm just joking. But, you know, I do appreciate the comment overall, because it gave me a chance to explain. As long as you can understand where I'm coming from in my explanation, you know, you could read the comment if ever you catch the video. Again, the video title is, I bet I can get anyone laid in the Philippines or your money back guaranteed. It is not on my Facebook page, but you can check it out on my YouTube channel. As always, I appreciate the likes and subscribes. Big shout out to my boy O'Shea for giving me the interview today. Had a time of my life, and I hope we can rock out again. But right now, I'm going to go ahead and end it by saying what I always say. I love you guys. Mahal kita. Mabuhay. Peace.